Hello everyone, I am John from Rusty Chains, and I'm not speaking on behalf of Rusty Chains, I'm speaking using the Rusty Chains platform. I'm going to make that clear several times throughout this video, because we're going to have some unpleasant conversations today. So first and foremost, I got home from work, and I saw this updated blog post on your screen, which comes from Payday. They say, "Hey Heisters, we've heard your feedback, and we will be reverting the proposed changes to the ammo funnel skill. We'll keep the two new skills, Headhunter and Locked and Loaded, providing you with some extra build variety. In regards to skill line's philosophy, we will focus our efforts to bolster and nurture fun, player choice, and meaningful gameplay additions, the Payday 3 team." Now, first of all, it's good the ammo funnel change is not going through right now. Because, hey, like we talked about, we all said this was not the time to put through that change. We really didn't want to see it go through because this would happen. So I'm not going to say thank you Starbreeze for listening, because although they did listen, them listening comes in the form of backpedaling through a minefield that we told them not to walk into a month ago. And the backpedaling has done even more damage because we still have Headhunter and Locked and Load coming to the game. Those are the new skills that were supposed to kind of offset the loss of ammo funnel. The problem is, those two skills still increase ammo return to your mag, in the case of Headhunter, or your reload speed, in the case of Lock and Load. So, we are now in this situation where instead of removing this thing to fix the balance, they've not only kept the problem, or what they describe as a problem, and they've also added even more things to have more ammo. So their fix and listening to the community has made the problem they set out to fix worse. So this isn't a victory, this is not an improvement. Now, in regards to their statement, they finish it with saying, "In regards to skill line's philosophy, we will focus our efforts to bolster and nurture fun, player choice, and meaningful gameplay additions." Why were you not doing that before? That is the core to a video game. That is why people play video games. They want to have fun and make their choices when they play a video game. They want gameplay additions to be meaningful. Why did it take you until this disaster, 10 months into the game's life, to say, okay, we're going to start focusing on fun and meaningful additions and player choice? Why did it take this long? There is no excuse for that. So with that said, I must put in the disclaimer again that I said just 3 short minutes ago. This video is my opinion. I am John from Rusty Chains. This does not reflect all of Rusty Chains. This is on me. So if anyone at Starbreeze has an issue with what I'm saying for the remainder of this video, and I'm certain some of them will, take it out on me, not Rusty Chains as a whole. After seeing what went down this weekend, and the response to it, and this statement to it, I currently do not have any faith in the leadership of Payday 3. I've been playing this game for 12 years. I have been a Starbreeze moderator for 8, and I have been a partnered Starbreeze streamer in some form or another for 7. I've been around the Payday community for a very long time. My word is not absolute. I will never claim it as absolute, but I like to think I know a thing or two about a thing or two. And in the past, when things were not right, we could talk to Starbreeze. Famously in 2015, after that whole Crime Fest thing, Almir came onto Rusty Chains, onto our Twitch, and we talked it out in front of the whole community. I also famously did not do a good job on that stream because I was a kid, but he still was willing to give us that dialogue. And nowadays, I feel like that dialogue is less possible. That is in no fault of the community team. Shout out to Sebastian, Elizabeth, Dale, Hawa, the community team. They are all great and fantastic to work with. I love them. They're amazing. I will never stop singing their praises. And they always make time to listen when any partner, not just me, says something isn't going right and we need to talk something out. They always find time to have those talks, and they are always willing to be candid. They're phenomenal. The struggle is, in previous games, if we were willing to have these talks, I could be reasonably sure things would happen. During Payday 3's lifespan, when we would have these conversations, it doesn't usually lead to change. And I realize that is part of me being entitled, going, I don't have a hand on the wheel here. But we've all seen what happens in the case of all the partners said, don't make this change, we made this change, and it's led to this past weekend. We don't make these changes because, I should say suggest, if you can't tell, this is another unscripted video. I'm not saying I suggest these changes because I want to control what Payday 3 is, because I don't. I just want Payday 3 to be healthy and survive and thrive because I love this series. I love these games. I love these shithead clowns that go around robbing banks. That is why I've spent all these years doing it. And that's why I think as partners we should be able to have some level of input as representatives, because we are all in tune with this community for a long time and we tend to have an idea how people at large feel, which is why we were able to predict this specifically. But then we have accusations that the partners, the Starbreeze partners, are the problem. On last Friday, the game director's partner said the partners have incited this culture of harassment towards the developers and done nothing meaningful to mitigate it. I don't believe that is true. I don't believe we've incited any harassment. I don't believe we've done nothing to mitigate it. Troy has said it. I've said it in many videos. I'm sure all the others have as well. If you want to go through my Reddit comments, which are all over the Payday Reddit, you can find me genuinely asking the community this past week how we can navigate this topic as peacefully and civilly as possible, which garnered a lot of very good responses. If you want to look at my last video from back in, I believe it was the end of May, titled My Relationship with Payday 3 is Complicated, I said I was trying to be as kind as possible. I want to be as kind as possible to continue to have a good working relationship with Starbreeze, and I don't want harassment at all. And I still don't want harassment. I don't condone any harassment of any sort against anybody. But what we're seeing right now this past weekend is Payday 3's leadership, when they're facing that harassment, they do not take the high road, as Starbreeze has done in the past. You know, they swing back. In September, there was famously the incident where the current game director threatened to retweet furry porn at people who do not like Payday 3, which is an absolutely inappropriate response. And there are children who play Payday. There shouldn't be, but there are. I was one once. So you can't be showing that thing to kids. And I don't mean because it's furry. If that floats your boat, fine, you do you. I mean any type of pornographic stuff. That is a risk you can't be taking. Or even this past week where the same person said, in response to harassment, that that player's mother doesn't love them. Leadership needs to be able to take the high road. Starbreeze leadership on Payday 3 right now cannot. Plus all these comments from the director's partner about how they feel about the Starbreeze partners, including one where they say, you need to do better because we know by the minute when a video drops due to the idiots that crop up and harass us. I have never seen anyone watch our videos and then go start harassing people. And if our videos have caused harassment, I am deeply sorry. Please show it to me so I can find ways to mitigate that and stop that and better the Rusty Chains community. But their unwillingness to listen to our feedback and the constant fighting about balance in Payday 3, combined with the partner saying these things about us, it makes me feel unwanted. It makes me fearful as a partner. Because if this is what the director's feeling, what does the rest of Starbreeze feel? You know, do people want us there? Do they not want us? Are they looking for an attempt to get rid of us? I feel like by being in this program, or Starbreeze's own words, the purpose is to empower the community to make better content. I feel like we are walking on eggshells to just not make people angry and get in trouble. So again, speaking on only my behalf and not for the rest of Rusty Chains, I am John from Rusty Chains, and I am the first Starbreeze partner to advocate for a change of leadership for Payday 3 for the remainder of its life. And I'm saying that publicly, and I'm sure I'm going to get in trouble for that. I don't care. And I don't want anyone fired. I want to make that abundantly clear. Nobody should be fired. Put them on another game. The vision has not gelled with Payday at all. If you want to make a new game, put them on the third mysterious live service game that's coming out at some point. You know, there's options, but maybe with some social media training to not swing low and fight people. But this isn't working for anybody. It hasn't been for a long time, and I don't think unless we see some change that can flow from top down, things are going to continue to boil over like they did this last Friday. This statement where they made about reverting Ammo Funnel, like I said, I think having Ammo Funnel back with these skills does more harm than just having Ammo Funnel on its own initially did. And the person that barrels through the community and shows disrespect to the community to push these changes through is still there as well. So I think we need to see change if we want Payday to flourish. And I will update the community if I get fired.